And so here we are, after weeks and weeks of foul weather, we're finally getting what we've been waiting for. Lovely sunshine, some breeze, ideal sailing conditions, and we are away from that town that nobody can pronounce the name of. It was great to be there because we got the boat out of the water and cleaned the bottom, and it's made one heck of a difference, let me tell you. Got the engine on as well because we're on a tight schedule. We're kind of running out of time a little bit, so we're chuntering along the coast here on our way north, and that's what we're doing. We're northing, we're getting up there, we're doing the job. Brilliant. When I was a kid and I dreamt of doing a trip like this on a boat, sailing by myself, I used to listen to the BBC shipping forecasts on the radio, and it used to mention places that had a almost mythical quality about them. And one of them was Finisterre, and it was Rockall, Finisterre, there's Plymouth, there's a lot of different ones, but Finisterre, it was always stormy. And when they got to Finisterre, it was like, oh yeah, you know, da-da-da, Finisterre, gales expected. And I never thought I'd actually be sailing to Finisterre, and that's it's almost at the top of Portugal and Spanish Peninsula. We're getting pretty close to the jumping off point to get across the Bay of Biscay to get across to France. So yeah, Finisterre, and guess what? We're here, Finisterre. So this is the coast, and we're following it up, and we're just almost at the end of this part of the peninsula, with Finisterre just there hidden behind the bow of the boat. Lucky for us today, there are no gales. Because it's going to get dark in a few hours' time, I'm not going to attempt to go around the Finisterre Peninsula tonight, because on the other side of it there's nowhere to stop, and there are a lot of rocks in this area, so we've got to be very careful. That's one of the reasons I didn't come out the other day when it was stormy, because there's a lot of hazards on this part of the coast. So, gonna go in, there's a couple of anchorages marked, so we're gonna see if we can find ourselves a nice little anchorage. We've got a north wind, so we should be sheltered, and I don't think we're expecting anything coming in the next couple of days or so. I won't know for sure until I get onto the internet again, but yeah, it's looking good. So I'm going to concentrate, and we'll go in and see if we can find a place for the night. It's now the next day, and I managed to find myself a little anchorage down behind Finisterre. You're looking at one of two forts, ancient forts that protected this inlet. Like a lot of places I'm finding in Spain, overdeveloped, kind of spoils it, but that fort is beautiful. That's brilliant. I'd love to take a walk around there. But the thing that really let it down was this factory here, belching out smoke, all my huge flames coming out of the chimneys and stuff, and the smell was pretty atrocious. So open sea again it is. After a nice rest at anchor, we are away, and we're going to round Finisterre, which will be brilliant. And the wind's from the south, so I wasn't expecting that. Well, we've come up the coast from the anchorage, and there it is again, Finisterre. So we're now rounding it, and we're going to go up that side there, which is north again. So we'll have to do a little detour to come round. I've dropped the engine on because I just can't get a sailing solution to get round. It's just in the wrong direction. And it would take me 2 hours of going south and then coming north to get round. So we're cutting the journey down about 2 hours by using the engine. I'm done with this trying to sail all the time. It's getting late in the season, we need to get on, so when we need the engine, we're using the engine. But that's beautiful. Look at that, that's Finisterre. I'm currently in a place called Camarinas, and I've been here for a week, and I was supposed to leave today, but I'm not. Why?
Norwegian ones just put an extra anchor down, hunkering down for the night. There's white horses in the bay. We're in a sheltered bay about a mile from the sea. It's just insane. It's been like this for a week. I've been here a week now, and there's just no let up in it. There she is, bless her heart. Once again, on the dock side, not able to go to sea. We're not too bad here. We're kind of sheltered. We've got a good spot for once. It's not so good out there. Got the nice clean bottom now, so we should be nice and fast, but the crazy thing is I haven't had a chance to try it yet. I got here under engine power because there wasn't much wind, believe it or not, as usual. Either too much or too little. There you go, you can always tell a liveaboard yacht because there's laundry hanging on the side of it, so there we are. I can never pronounce these names. It's either Camarinas or Caramina or something like that. Anyway, nice little marina, but the facilities aren't particularly brilliant, but it's reasonably cheap. One of the problems of tying to a jetty in the bouncy water is a tug on the boat. And I've made myself a little kind of shock absorber. Basically, it's a fender on its side, and the rope pulls on the fender, squashes the fender, and then absorbs the tug on the boat. Works pretty good. Not too good for the fender though. Well, as you can probably see behind me, there's white water in the bay. Oh, only little waves, but the thing is, it's a sheltered bay. You can imagine what it's like outside. So once again, it's just a nightmare. It's just a complete nightmare. I've wasted probably nearly 3 weeks now in port. It's costing me a fortune, apart from anything else. It's a nightmare. It's just I can do nothing. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who are trying to go north, and they're all in here with me. A few people that are going south managed to get away earlier in the week. It's predominantly northern wind, so they're just surfing down the wind, whereas I'm stuck here. Anyway, we'll see. Let's hope for good weather for a change. I'll go below and make myself a nice cup of tea, I reckon. So this is kind of the situation. This is the very, very top of the Spanish-Portugal peninsula. And if I come in a little bit here, you'll see Finisterre. And I slept up here. We came up, slept up here at an anchorage, came round Finisterre, then up and up and up and up, and now in Camarinas, which is here. And I can actually leave from here to cross Biscay. I wanted to go up to La Coruña, which is up here, but it could be expensive, and I'm probably going to actually go there if I can manage it. The difference between the distance from there and down here going across the Bay of Biscay overall is only about 23 miles, so it's not too bad. But a friend of mine is going to come down, and I might try and meet him up there. The idea was to go up to about here, camp out here. There's no facilities here, but a nice little bay, and then on to La Coruña. But the winds are coming down, they're swirling around, very, very rough out there. So I'm just staying nice and safe in here for the moment, and we shall see what happens. But my friend is going to be here in about 3 days, so we're going to make a decision. I'm going to make a decision in another day whether to go or not. In the meantime, I just do what I can. Nasty throat infection at the moment. Managed to talk a lady in a pharmacy to give me some antibiotics without getting a prescription, which is nice of her. But they don't seem to be doing much good. But anyway, we soldier on. So just waiting. As I said just now on deck, very frustrating. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to make myself a nice cup of tea. And I think pasta tonight. I'm going to cook something on this stove here. And yeah, there we go, look. Yeah, see, we've got all the modern facilities. I don't live like a barbarian here, you know. We are civilized on board after all. So, see you later. Where am I? I'm at the end of Europe, at Hercules' tower.
Northern